Hello, my name is Brad Jeffress, and I serve on the board of directors of Nations of Coaches. And I'm very excited today to give you a few different perspectives that I have in the organization, as I've been able to see it from various viewpoints in the years I've been involved. And when I first got involved with the organization, I was really drawn to it by my love of college basketball. And I was at a point in my life where I was really looking to tie my faith with something that I really was passionate and really loved, and wanted both of those to kind of grow together. And so I was introduced to Nations of Coaches, and what I've been very pleasantly surprised to see is that this wasn't a bunch of basketball junkies, basketball fanatics that happen to be involved in some organization and call themselves a ministry. This was a lot of true godly people that are true believers in the Lord that happen to really love basketball. And so it's been very cool to see how that's played out in everything that those people do in their everyday jobs and responsibilities. How I've been involved is various aspects of the organization. I've been a receiver of their services. I'm a life coach, and I've had people pour into me, speak into me, pray with me, pray for me, pray over me, and it's been a big impact on me and my growth in my faith. As a character coach, I was lucky to be a quasi character coach for a team that happened to go on a foreign trip, and I was just amazed at all that these coaches do. And they don't just pour into the X's and the O's. What they do is really build young men for not just the game, but outside the game. It's been very cool to see how these coaches just love on their players and try to use their influence on them to not only build character and build them to be model citizens going forward, but pour into them from a faith standpoint. As a board member, I am fortunate to be able to see kind of what happens behind the scenes. And I can tell you that it's just phenomenal where the finances go. They all go to help players and coaches. There's benevolent fund that helps coaches that are in need. We use it for training and development, and to pour into people in different ways that are in need. As a donor, I'm very, again, blessed to be able to see how it all ties together. What is the impact? It's great to give money and to feel good about giving to an organization, but we all want to see what the results of that are. And what I've been very fortunate to see is the results, both firsthand and then as an observer like everyone else. It's very cool to see a coach or a player after a game, thank the Lord for their abilities or for their opportunities. And it's just every year we hear of hundreds of different players that give their life to Christ, that become baptized, and different coaches that become stronger and stronger with the Lord. It's been funny because I've been talked to by a lot of people that I know, and a lot of times the comment comes up, well, why are you involved with something that gives to coaches? Coaches have a lot of money. They've got these great jobs. What do they need? They've got everything. Well, it doesn't always work that way. The people we see on TV are the coaches that most of them have been working at this for 20, 30, 40 years to get to that point. And not everybody makes the big dollars. A lot of coaches don't make those big dollars, and they have the added burden of having the threat of being let go every year, even if they have a winning season. How many of us have that burden as we do our jobs? It's very rare that we're going to be under constant fire from different places, and then where do we go to get help? And that's where this organization really comes into play, is helping coaches deal with all the things that they have to deal with, and being a resource that they can go, a trusted advisor that they can share their story with and get things off of their minds and off their chest. What I've probably realized more than anything is these coaches put their pants on just like us. The players put their pants on just like us. And they have the same obstacles and roadblocks, and many of them have many more. having been involved in listening to some of the players, most of these players have had a lot more hardships than I ever dreamed of. And so this organization is going to help those kids and those players and those coaches improve their lives. And a lot of that is finding the faith, finding what really is important in life. What I go to the Final Four every year, I love the tagline that the road ends here. Well, I would say that, with Nations of Coaches, the road starts here. This is where a lot of coaches, a lot of players start their relationship with the Lord. Many others start to build on their relationship with the Lord. And when we think about it, how many of us have not been impacted in some way by a coach, either ourselves or maybe it's our kids? We all have. I really think that coaches are as essential as anybody right now. We need more and more, people talking into our kids, getting our kids through these kind of things, developing our future. When we look beyond what's going on with the pandemic, what do we want our future to be? I mean, what a better place it will be if more and more people find that getting to know the Lord is an answer that can help them achieve some of the things that they want to achieve in life, and really is the answer to a lot of happiness and contentment.